Hello, welcome to Mystery Monday, where we play a mystery game of some sort. I did play the demo of this on the YouTube. Well, I did it on stream, and then posted it to YouTube, obviously. If you want to check out the other part, and I did pick up the full version during the Steam sale, which is currently going on. I thought it would be fun to kind of switch things up from our usual cozy content to something a little bit different, because I like mystery type games and using my noggin. So let's just jump in. Yeah, new game, I guess. Select a game mode. Assisted mode, detective mode. In assisted mode, the game provides a clue list as the clues are found, allowing players to reference them during the investigation. In addition, players are informed of incorrect answers to help them understand where they might get their hypothesis wrong. Game mode can be freely changed at any time in the saved game or saved data page. In detective mode, what am I saying? In detective mode, the game caters towards a more realistic investigative experience. No hints or in-game help will be provided. Only a full correct hypothesis of the crime scene can lead to the right answers needed to solve the case. Should we... I mean, it says that we can change it at any time. I feel like I'm getting glare. I need a new pair of glasses, because I feel like I just constantly have light flares in my freaking eyes. What do we want to do? Do we want hints? Okay, now there's like a little thing. Like a dot right there in my vision. Provides a clue list. I mean, let's do assisted for right now, and if that's too easy, we can go to detective later if we're feeling really, sassy. You know what I mean? Sassy, saucy. What am I trying to say? Let's do assisted for right now, and we could always, not look at the hints. And it says we can change it at any time, so let's do assisted for right now. Scene Investigators is a hardcore detective game. The more challenging case files will require some element of hypothesis testing. The game shines best when played with a partner. Oops. I don't have a partner to play with right now. To bounce ideas off and brainstorm theories. Okay. Let me try to write this again. Well, it's probably loading. This is a work of fiction. Names, characters, places, and incidents either are products of author's imagination or are used fictitiously. Okay. Experience created for detective, true crime, escape room fans. I do enjoy a good escape room. Not meant in any way to replicate. Okay, yep.
Hello, agent.
Ooh,
I'm
voice
your team
acting.
assistant for this exam. Please enter your name.
That was not in the demo. Do we want to go with our real name? I always try to do that, and then I get freaked out when the characters call me by my name. Um, Nancy.
Is this the name you want recorded in our database?
Yes.
Creating your data file. Recording complete. Welcome to the crime scene reconstruction room. Prior to the exam, here are some important notes to go through. First, observe each scene
Yep.
carefully. Analyze everything on site and pay close attention to seemingly insignificant details. Second, not all interactable objects are important,
So
and
this is
not
from the
all
demo that we played.
non-interactable are unimportant. You have to decide which ones can help with the investigation. Third, when there aren't enough evidence present in the crime scene, you will need to trust your intuition, fill in the missing gaps, and make smart, calculated assumptions.
I don't think that's how,
Fourth,
like,
when all else
solving a
fails,
crime works.
don't give up. Take a break. Comb through the crime scene again and revisit the clues previously gathered with fresh eyes. Now that we've gone through them, let's do a preliminary trial, shall we? This has no bearings on your overall grade.
I'm being graded? Oh
It's
my
to
goodness.
see if you've come to grasp with the fundamentals of the exam to come. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm not good at taking tests. Start trial? Why does it say review notes? I don't have any notes.
Understood.
Or is that just replaying the intro again? I don't know. So, I think the first one is probably going to be
Good
the
luck.
demo one. The demo, crime that we did in the last one. So if it is the same one, we're gonna kind of, just kind of skip through as fast as we can so we can get to a new one if it's the same one. Situation: the police have arrested a man they suspect to be about to rob a bank. Oh, never mind. This is a totally different one. The confiscated items found in the van the man was standing by. The police were able to get the man to give up the names of his accomplices. It is suspected that the man and his accomplices. I'm having a really hard time with this font. This font is not pleasant to read. It is suspected that the man and his accomplices might also be involved in the purse snatching of Helen Turner. However, all the police have are the items from the getaway van. Hold on, can I, Oh shoot, okay, I clicked off of it because I was gonna see if I can move my camera, but never mind. A system mode clue list. F, case file menu, escape, pause menu, W, A, and D, of course. Shift to sprint, control to crouch. LMB, am I dumb? What is LMB? RMB, I don't know what that means. Q to go back, flashlight, L. Why is flashlight L? Oh, light. C for camera, I, image viewer. I'm gonna forget this. Exam questions, documents. Okay. Oh, right mouse button. It says it right there. Right mouse button. Oh, here we go. This situation. All the police have are the items from the getaway van, the criminal records of the 3 men that were going to rob the bank, and the incident report from Helen Turner. Using what is available, can you answer these questions asked in this case file? What? I just have the questions? What? What? Using what is available. Can I exit out of this? Back. Okay. It's like, how am I supposed to know? Oh my god. Oh, this camera. Nice. Oh, right mouse button. There we go. Zoom. So, chain of custody, Casey Maverick, Alan Jones, Casey Maverick. So Casey, oh, someone, hold on, received from whoever this is, Richard, Alan. Is that important? That's unintelligible. My master plan. Oh, can I actually put some music on? Because it's actually really quiet. There's like no music in the game. Let's do that. Let's put on, can we put on some, maybe some like creepy music maybe? Oh, hold on. Hold on, music is starting. Okay, there we go. That wasn't me, that was the game. My master plan, cover Clover Bank. Monthly swap. Lorenzo will send all of us exact date. Part 1 of swap. 3:15 to 3:35. 20-minute window. I feel like the music stopped already. Every second counts. Be in position 3:15 sharp. Get in, get out. Minimum security at this time. 3:15 to 3:35. Security returns from swap. Second part of swap. 3:35 to 3:55. Too much activity. Plan B. Activity returns to normal at like 4:10-ish. May have to resort to robbery at gunpoint. Okay. Plan C, wait another month, question mark? Don't have time. Alright, well then why suggest that? Maybe can I like, is that my computer that the volume's not that loud? Let me turn my volume up. There's definitely music playing. Can I go to settings? I did turn the volume down. I'm just gonna turn it back up because it's so quiet. Okay, so there's some sort of swap, 315 to 335. Green position at 315. Minimum security at this time, but then they return from the swap. After 335, there's too much activity. Cool. 55% man with the plan. 15% helper, 25% getaway driver, 5% for Lorenzo. Oh, so the split of the money, okay. Lorenzo's getting jibbed. What the hell? Like, I actually feel kind of bad for Lorenzo. Lorenzo will send out the exact date. Oh, do I have to read all this? Oh my god. Okay, so I think this is just gonna be the important stuff. I don't want to read all that. Undine, Winning Numbers by Bridget Everett. Lottery numbers announce the winning numbers. Those who have bought tickets, get them out and start counting the numbers. Winning numbers 5, 3, 19, 44, 9. What does that mean? Undine 7, whatever. Okay. The prize amount. $3. Lovely. Okay, if I zoom in, please don't tell me any of this is important, because this is a lot. I'm not reading all this, let's be honest. Yeah, those are the lottery numbers that they're talking about. I don't know what Undine means. That's, like, it's capitalized, Undine Lottery, like, that's like a location. Here, you guys read this for me and let me know what it says. That's the last page, okay. Hopefully that's not important, because, I don't want to read all that. Vorpine, premium brewed beer from Germany. Okay. I don't see anything important at— oh, I didn't mean to zoom in on that. That just looks like a beer. Oops, there we go. So, how much is that? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. $640? Is that gonna be important because of the split thing? Is that gonna determine how much, like we find out like who did it based off of how much of the split is? I don't want to do math. Don't make me do math. Please don't. Smooth and encouraging. Are they encouraging? Encouraging you to die of lung cancer. Okay, so— oh, I keep accidentally zooming in. Ooh, old school phone. Love to see it. Oh, hello. Messages. So these are the phone numbers. Are you sure we can trust this guy? He seems all over the place. I know you hate unpredictability, but we've already seen what he can do. I'm sure it'll be fine. Lorenzo vouched for him personally. He's just a temp anyway. I hate Lorenzo as well, but someone, that has his respect must be at least somewhat capable. Is that why they're only giving Lorenzo 5%? Hey, do you have time? I overheard something real interesting. 600 bucks cash. It'll be real quick and it's on the way. I mean, that was like a little over 600 there. Boss told us don't use this number if it's not related to the job. You're too loyal to that guy. Isn't he younger than you? We go a long way back. Besides, there's a rumor that he was already stealing big time at just 8 years old. In that sense, he's my senior. Shh, whatever. You in or you out? You in or not? We can split it 50-50. Well, send me the details on my other phone. I'll decide then. Okay, so they're doing a different crime other than... Oh, so that's the date. 10/5. They did say... over here... Lorenzo will send us the exact date. So does that tell me that that's Lorenzo's phone number? That happened on the 5th? Are these dates important? So that was on the 5th, the chain of custody. The day that someone first got that out. Police and investigation file. So this is the Helen Turner we were reading about in the little beginning thing. Okay, so yeah, the 5th, so that's the date. So that number was Lorenzo's number. Reported by Helen Turner. Officer Ellen Jones. So we have some information about her, her address, all that stuff. Suspect unknown. Some general stuff about the suspect. The location, the date. Outdoor property. Item description. Rosenberg purse, rose gold, crossbody. How did he steal a crossbody? Like, did he rip it off of her? That's usually why people put it across their body, 'cause it's harder to steal. Total value of the purse, $50. Keys. 4 keys. Phone. Mint green case. Estimated $500. Wallet. Rectangular. Snap. Chevron. White and turquoise. Credit card. Clover Bank. Lottery ticket. Okay, so did she have the winning lottery ticket? $40 cash. So there was $640 if I counted right. So I don't know if that's gonna be important there. ID card. Portland ID. Totals $590. Police report. Frank Carter. Some information about him. Oh my god, that's really tiny. Okay, so arrest information. Solid Gate Penitentiary. Petty theft stolen from civilians. Term 5 years. Willow Bay Correctional Facility. Shoplifting stolen items from stores. 5 years. And Darkwater Detention Center. Conned money from civilians. 3 years. Chad Harris. Some more information about him. Oh, was there something on the bottom? Because there's something right there. Oh, I didn't read that. Carter's known for having done forgeries, but it was never proven, and he was never convicted. Okay. So, Chad. Willow Bay Correctional Facility, identity theft, 5 years. Riverwood Max Security Prison, armed robbery, targeted banks, 10 years. Released February 09 for good behavior. Anthony Young. Darkwater Detention Center, petty theft, stole from the elderly, 3 years. Iron Bolt Prison, breaking and entering, 5 years. Solid Gate Penitentiary, conned money from women, 3 years. What a jerk. Okay, so police statement. I was at home for pretty much the whole morning. I went to Wake Up Call Cafe. Is that the name of the cafe? To meet up with my friend around 2 p.m. Nothing of note happened. I just told my friend the news that had announced the winning numbers of a lottery I played, and I had won some money. Okay, so there you go. So they got the winning lottery ticket. I was going to cash it in today. We made plans to meet up again to celebrate. I left the cafe about 45 minutes later, headed towards Cart Convenience, and that was around the time that I got knocked over by a man coming up from behind me. Next thing I knew, I was watching him turn around the left corner with my purse in his hands. You never really think such things would happen to you until they do. All I remember is that he was a bit taller than me and that he had dark hair and light skin. As soon as I was able to gather my wits, I asked a passerby to call the police. You think they overheard that she had the winning lottery ticket, or was that just a coincidence? Give me 1 second real quick. Oh, hello. Okay, so nothing else over there. Okay. Oh, great, a map. So van location is on Granite Row. Initial arrest was made Anchorage Avenue. Bank is in between Anchorage Avenue and Prince Lane. Supreme Burgers, is that important? Cart Convenience. Okay, so she said she went to... It was right there, the location of the incident, the cafe, and then she was going to Cart Convenience right there. The ATM's over there. Wake up. Oh, wait. No, hold on. Wake up call cafe. So she was walking. Happened there. She was heading that way. La Poche restaurant. Okay. Gonna assume nothing on the other side. No. Okay, what were the questions? What do we have? What are the questions? Who was the getaway driver, or who was involved in stealing Helen Turner's purse? Let me read the situation again, because I thought we were robbing a bank. The getaway driver for the bank, or the getaway driver from the robbery? Arrested a man suspected to be about to rob a bank. Confiscated items found in the van. Man was standing by. Police were able to get the man to give up the names of his accomplices. It's suspected that the man and his accomplices might also be involved in the purse snatching. However, all the police have our items from the getaway van, the criminal records of the 3 men that were going to rob the bank in the incident report. Okay. So, 2 different crimes. About to rob a bank, getaway driver, involved in stealing Helen's purse. Oh, so how many can there just max of 4? Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Did they say they would give me hints? Oh, that's just like that. Okay. Okay, so like I said, I think that when it came to this, I think this is Lorenzo, which means we have 2 other people right here. Yeah, this guy, and then... Oh, it doesn't say this person's phone number. So someone hated Lorenzo. I don't know if that's important. So this right here is gonna be about the robbery for the, for Helen. That was about 60 bucks. It's not 60, 600 bucks. And it's on the way to the bank robbery. Boss told us blah blah blah. So that, I feel like that tells me that there's only 2 people. This guy and whoever this is, but we don't know who this is. We don't know what that number is. Yeah, split it 50-50. So I think it's 2 people. That's what I'm gonna go with. So that's just what was found, I think, in the van. I don't think the bank robbery feels important in that. Like, this information, that doesn't really feel that important. The getaway driver gets 250%, but we don't know how much they get from that. And then we have the lottery numbers. Please don't tell me I have to do math. So yeah, that's on the map, the address. So can we just like guess? Does it have... We see phone numbers, but we don't have anything to like show us. Like, whose phone number it could be. She said a little bit taller than her and dark hair. She's 5'5". Oh, yeah. That's her information, right? Yeah, female, okay. The dark hair, he has... I wouldn't say that's black hair. I'm just saying that looks brown to me, but whatever. Yeah, brown hair. Brown hair. He's 5'6". He's 5'6". He's 5'7". Is there... I don't know if their previous history is important. What year are we in? What year is this? 09. Like, do we think that maybe they met in like prison? Do they have any like thing in common as far as that stuff goes? What are their names? I didn't even look at their names. Oh, no, I did. Frank. We don't have a Lorenzo. Breaking and entering, con money from women, petty theft. That's actually quite a ways away. To, like, go from here all the way to there for the van location. That's kind of a ways away. I'm gonna be honest, I'm stumped. And this is like the first test. Well, let's look at the thing again. They arrested a man suspected to be about to rob a bank. Confiscated items found in the van that the man was standing by. So the van that was by the bank. The police were able to get the man to give them the names of his accomplices. Suspected that his accomplice is oh my god, why can't I say that word? Might be involved in the purse snatching of Helen Turner. All the police have are items from the getaway van. Okay, so that's from the getaway van. The men that were going to rob the bank and the incident report from Helen Turner. Using what is available can... Okay. I feel like you're not giving me enough information. I'm gonna be honest with you. Who... Okay. Well, the getaway driver should be the guy that's standing by the van, right? Right? I don't know. What about the text? Because, like, they were, What time was it? 2:20. Because they had to be at the van location at 3:15. Send me the details on the other phone. So they would have had to do a little snatch, like, real quick. It was a couple days before. That obviously is Lorenzo, like I said. I feel like they had to have, like, robbed her and then put the money in the van, because that's the $600 that they found in the van. think I'm just gonna put like 2 there. Does that save? It does. I think there's 2 people involved in the purse snatching. I don't know how you figure that out though. Let's see if any of these have a similar criminal history. So got Solidgate, Willow Bay, Darkwater. Solidgate, Willow Bay, Darkwater. Willow Bay 429 or 429 2000. So they would have been there at the same time, 5 years and 5 years. So they would have been at Willow Bay at the same time. Identity theft and shoplifting. So they would have been at Willow Bay at the same time. He was at Solidgate and Darkwater. They were at the same place. So Darkwater 9495. So they were there at totally different times. And the other one was Solidgate, February of 03. So they weren't even there at the same time. Oh my god. Whenever I'm streaming, my daughter's always downstairs freaking crying. And my husband's like having difficulty with her. Okay, so we said I accidentally got out of that. So Willow Bay in 99, Willow Bay in 2000. So Chad and Carter would have been at the prison at the same prison at the same time. So I feel like that's a good indicator that they know each other. This guy, I don't think there's any, like, those ones were at different times. Iron Bolt. No, Willow Bay. Did he go to Willow Bay? No. Iron Bolt. Nobody else went to Iron Bolt. No. So Frank and Chad released it in February 09 for good behavior. Oh, from Fairwood. That would have been from Fairwood. We would want to try to guess those two for the robbery, maybe. Go a long way back. We go a long way back. Besides, there's rumors that he's already stealing big time at just 8 years old. In that sense, he's my senior. Stealing at 8 years old. Do we have to do math? Hold on a second. Stealing at 8 years old. Did anyone go to like a juvie? So 92. If he was born in 74, he would not have been 8 at 92. 81. He didn't do a crime until 2000. 71. Okay, I don't think any of these is the guy that he's talking about. 71, and then he first went to jail in 95. Okay, so the person that they're talking about stealing at 8 years old, I mean, unless like that's not on their record, but... So maybe they're talking about Lorenzo. Maybe Lorenzo... Oops, I didn't even click on that. Don't zoom in on the money. The phone. So maybe they're talking about Lorenzo. Go a long way back. Besides those rumors, he was already stealing big time at 8 years old. We're sure we can trust this guy. He seems all over the place. I know you hate unpredictability. But we've already seen what he can do. I'm sure it'll be fine. Lorenzo vouched for him personally. He's just a temp anyway. I hate Lorenzo as well, but someone that has his respect must be at least... So I wonder if they're talking about that third guy that they don't have a connection with. I'm gonna go on a limb and say I think that Frank Carter and Chad Harris were involved in the robbery. So let's do, what was it, Chad Harris? And then what was the other one again? Let me remind myself, what was it? Frank Carter. Frank Carter. Who was the getaway driver? So if we have Lorenzo, and then we have this guy, maybe this guy was the getaway driver. Anthony Young, maybe he was the third guy. Let's do that. I'm gonna be wrong, aren't I? Submit. Am I gonna be wrong? Ah, I'm wrong. Darn it. Darn it. View results. I love that for me. I love that for me. Can you tell me if, like, are both of them wrong, or do I have half credit at least? Alright.
Loading preliminary trial. Loading complete. Good luck.
So we know Lorenzo's not the getaway driver, though. Because Lorenzo only gets 5%. Based off of this right here. Lorenzo only gets 5%, so Lorenzo's not the getaway driver. So we know, though, that Anthony isn't the getaway driver either. Are we just gonna do process of elimination? I don't want to end up doing that. Would suck. So my master plan. If it was my master plan, I feel like he would have said, I will send the plan. So Lorenzo's not the mastermind either. Like, what does Lorenzo do besides give the date? Like, what's Lorenzo's deal? I wonder if these are even important. The lotto. So we don't see, I don't think. She said she has winning numbers, but like, does she win like the... I don't know. I feel like, hold on. Am I don't want to have to do math. Don't make me do math. Okay. I feel like it's just gotta be these three, right? No, it was one guy. Headed towards car convenience, and that was around the time that I got knocked over by a man coming from behind me. Next thing I knew, I was watching him turn around and left the corner with my purse. He was a bit taller than me, and then he had dark hair and light skin. As soon as I was able to gather my wits. Let's look at the messages one more time. I feel like the messages are more important. I don't understand why you don't. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but like, you'll definitely see like who the other person is messaging you. You know what I mean? Like the number. I feel like those are those two guys that know each other talking about the third guy. I think that's what that's talking about. Yeah, I overheard something really interesting. So that guy had to have been like at the cafe and overheard about the lottery. Right? But 600 bucks for a lottery, like, not that much. Oh, no, it's 600 bucks, so half and half. Let's look at the lottery one more time. I really don't know if that's important. Oh, 600. I don't know. Oh, hello. Should we just do another guess? But who would it be? Because, like, well, he says a little bit taller. He's 5'6" and she's 5'5", so, like... Someone watching has already figured that out, haven't you? Probably. Petty theft from civilians. I mean, that seems like a good indication that it could be him. Let's put Frank. Oh, hello. Frank Carter, right? You know that's wrong. I didn't mean to do that. We have Frank Carter and then maybe Chad Harris. Let's submit that. Oh my god, let's flip them. Let's flip them.
Loading preliminary trial.
I feel like there's a lot of guessing involved.
Good luck.
Which, like, I feel like that's not how crimes work, you know what I mean? Can I interview them? Can I interview people? No? This ain't no Nancy Drew, you know what I mean? Okay, let's flip them. So... Chad Harris. Frank Carter. Let's switch them. Ooh, I got one correct. Oh, is that a pass? View results. So Frank Carter was the getaway driver, but then... Was it the Anthony something or other that did it? Start exam.
Understood. You will be presented with a selection window during the exam. To pass the exam, you are required to solve all.
Oh no, I'm scared.
A grade will be given for each attempt.
I don't think I should have passed with the 50%.
Free to retry them as many times as you want to improve your grades. It's important to note that the latest grade will always override the previous one, even if it's lower. Let's
Uh-oh.
proceed.
Uh-oh.
Which case file would you like to tackle?
I feel like I want to know who it was. Can we just try one more time? Let's try one more time.
Loading complete.
I wanna master it. Plus also I want to know who did it. Okay, so he was right. He's not right. Who was the other person? What's his name again? Anthony Young. It still is only one. Is it two of them? Because it only said one. Okay. Yeah, Anthony Young isn't right. I don't like how it's up to 4.
Which case file would you like to loading preliminary trial? Loading complete. Good luck.
I'm still adamant that I don't have enough information. My throat's cutting out, sorry. So we tried those two. So we're gonna do, like, we tried Frank with the other guy. What was his name again? Chad Harris. Is it both of them? I don't know why it would be Lorenzo. Only one still? Was it freaking Lorenzo? We don't have any other names. Are we gonna give this up?
Which case file would you like to loading preliminary trial?
Unless it's all 3 of them.
Loading complete.
But that would be kind of dumb. Why would it take 3 people to, I mean, it would help if I had the people's phone numbers, but I don't. Let's do 3 and see if there's 3. And then we'll delete them. Nope. I don't like having to do it over and over and over and over again. I know it's just, this is just the tutorial, but I want to solve it and I want to get all the stars.
Good luck.
You know what? I don't even think Lorenzo's a part of this because Lorenzo, we don't even have his like hide or information or anything like that. So then who did I put? Did I put just Chad? I don't remember. Let's just try just Lorenzo. It can't be him though because we don't have information about him, about what he looks like or anything like that. We don't have any of that information. That wouldn't make sense. Did we try just Chad? Do you remember? Or did the same guy that was the getaway driver, did he do both of them? Was he the getaway driver and then did he do the robbery? I mean, I guess that's possible. Okay, I don't know. Let's try Chad again. Because I don't remember if I did just Chad. Was it Chad Harris? Is that what they said? If I don't get this, I'm just gonna move on. So I've tried like every like combination, I feel like. Chad Harris. Okay, so I don't know who did it. I put like everybody in every like combination. So we're just gonna move on. So this is the one that I'm pretty sure... No, it was that one. Missing. Okay, let's do 4th floor. Apartment 401, the break-in, the dinner party, the celebration. So there's... Okay, so the dinner party is the one that we did before. The 4th floor. Let's do 401. Let's do them in order. Yeah, the dinner party is the one that we did in the demo. We'll eventually get to that.
Good luck.
Late in the evening, a family home was broken into. The neighbor residing next door reported hearing multiple gunshots and dialed 911 to inform the authorities. What was left was a gruesome scene. By carefully examining the details of the scene, can you piece together what happened? So we just hear gunshots from the neighbor. Oh, hello. Does that 401 is there anything gonna be down here? Probably not. Just double checking. I know that those are where the other crimes happened, but... Can I pull the fire alarm? Camera's a little, like, jerky. Is there not gonna be music for this one? Oh my god. Camera! There we go, as soon as we enter. Look at that popcorn ceiling. We love that. Okay, can I turn the lights on? It's dark in here. Nope, nope. Okay. Okay, so let's read information first. So we saw that. Neighbor heard gunshots, and then there was a gruesome scene. Who broke into the apartment? Who was present during the break-in? Who was killed? Who was the killer? Simple enough. Oh wait, clue list. Hold on, was that... Did I not do that for the other thing? Clue list. Well, you know what? Maybe I should go back to see, if there's anything... for the tutorial that I missed. Let's close that for— oh, we'll keep it open. We'll keep it open. Oh, they have a baby. No one better touch that baby. Can I close the door? You're in my way. We got some tissues. Ooh, what's this? We have orange mints. So we have a diamond wedding ring. Did a ring get stolen? Yeah, so address, phone number, diamond wedding ring. Brenda Sherman. Is that like the salesperson? Oh, was that the person that bought it? Was that like a signature? We have a calendar. Okay, so we got 1 out of 4 in the living room. Love that for me. Okay, so it is the 16th. At the very least, the day that it happened. Sarah's birthday is on the 22nd. Oh, is that ring receipt not part of the clues? Feed milk at 3 p.m. Give second bottle at 7:30. Reminder that the milk's in the fridge. Carry the baby monitor at all times. I will be home at 8 p.m. Okay, so that's probably— I'm gonna assume probably Sarah saying that she's gonna be home at 8 p.m. and telling the dad to feed the baby, because you need to tell men how to do things like that for some freaking reason. Okay, notebook. 7:15:04. Other than drinking a bit more than usual, nothing noteworthy for today. She pooped once. Okay, so like the poop pee feed diary. Pooped once and went to sleep after I sang her a lullaby. She is super cute when she sleeps while clinging to her blankie. 2:50, fed her food portion. 3:30, 180 milliliters of milk. 6:30, diaper change. 7 o'clock, went to bed. Banana, porridge, oatmeal, rice. So the baby's at least 6 months old, because they're eating some solids, but they're still drinking milk. Okay, so Sarah's the baby. So the Sarah's almost a year old, I'm gonna assume, because if they're still having bottle and having some solids, then I'm guessing that that's Sarah's first birthday. Sarah was not as fussy today. She drank the same amount as usual, however, she hasn't pooped yet. 2:50, woke up. 3 o'clock. 70 milliliters of milk. 3:30, ate a bit of food. 6:15, 150 milliliters of milk. 7:20, went to sleep. Banana. Okay, so what the baby ate. Okay, so again, if this is the day that it happened, the 16th, they didn't mark it off, you know what I mean? Hold on. Nope, 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 nope. So yeah, the 16th. Yeah, so 3 o'clock, that's what they said, 3 o'clock. And then feed at 3, feed at 7:30. He did not go based off of the schedule. I'm gonna put it out there. That's why we have to give you notes. And you still didn't go based off of the note. So I'm guessing dad or babysitter was home with the baby, presumably. Or yeah, I'm gonna presume that was it. And then probably mom was gonna be home later. So we got some Homer. Interesting. Books are probably not important. Can't open drawers. Okay. Why is that important? Okay. I know it says we got 4 out of 4 in the living room, but I still kind of want to take a look at anything else. Because, like, it says, like, oh, some things might not be useful, but, like, I feel like the baby monitor wasn't that useful. That baby better be okay. I'm gonna be super mad if something happened to that baby. Nine and a halves. Okay, if these were at home, that almost implies that those were women's shoes. That they look kind of like women's shoes, a little bit. So kitchen. There's only one thing it says in the kitchen. Drawers, nothing. Cabinets. Camp Sunshine. Informed consent and liability release. Camper name. Greta Sherman. Phone number, address, apartment 401, which is where we're at. Date of birth, 6/3/96. What year is this? Are we in? I'm assuming not 96. I don't know. Insurance company. Because, like, Camp Sunshine sounds like it's a, like a kid's camp or something. Yeah, Camp Sunshine Youth. Parent guardian Brenda Sherman. Emergency contact Lori Sherman, mother's sister/aunt. Acknowledges that the camper is in perfect health and has no known health issues. As waivers also exempt Camp Sunshine from any liability from injuries and accidents caused by the property of Wood Creek. I have read and understood the camp rules supplied by this release. I will ensure my child is aware of and will comply with these rules. I have answered all questions on this form accurately and completely. Okay. So who are those people? We have, we don't know their last name because we have Sarah. But who's Lori and Greta and who are these, like, Sherman people? Who's going to camp? Unless they have, like, a teenage kid. They could have a teenager. Brenda, maybe that's, like, their teenage daughter, maybe, going to, like, summer camp. And then they have, like, a baby, maybe. I feel like that would make sense. Quite a gap in age. Do we have, hold on, what, do we have a year? 04. Uh, 96. So yeah, like a teenager. So that's the only thing in the kitchen. Just do like a little double check to make sure there's nothing like miscellaneous hanging about. Ooh, a takeout container. Why didn't you put that in the fridge? I like how the music just randomly stops. I love that. Ooh, hello. So footsteps are coming from... Ooh, they came in through the window. Oh, this is giving me the ick. Like, seeing, like, the footsteps with, like, the nursery. That makes me feel like... As someone who has, like, a toddler, that makes me, like, really, like, not feel great. Okay, so there's the summer camp. A summer camp for elementary and middle school students. So yeah, like they have like a teenager, like just under teenager. July 14th to July 21st. So remind me what I know that I said like what 16th? What month was it? I forgot. July. Okay, so July 16th to July. So that what's highlighted is when their teenage daughter is at summer camp, or their young daughter. Right? It was was it Greta? So they're at summer camp. So the kid wasn't there. So it was one of the parents and the baby. I swear to God, if they kidnap that baby, I'm gonna be very upset. So we found everything in the kitchen, everything in the living room. Oh, in this bedroom, we have 12 things in here. Holy crap, okay. So we obviously found the footsteps. They obviously came from the window. Oh, so they, unlocked the window. With like a little thing. Coat hanger type deal. Packed in a bunch of water. What is this? Wallet. New York Public Library. So we have a public library card. That is not signed. But we have a library number. Contact the library and see what the library number, who that's registered to. Hello? Easy peasy. Okay, so there's a list of addresses that are marked off. 608. Was that 608? Is that what was on the form? 608? Is that their address? Can I click on that again, please? Hello? Yeah, 608 High Crest, apartment 401. So they were going to different apartments. Or not different apartments, because it doesn't have an apartment number on there, but different, like, addresses. Yeah, 608. So they went... Oh, hello. Here, go back. So they went to 860, 806, 680, 608. So they were going to different addresses with different combinations of 8, 6, and 0, perhaps trying to find the correct one, not knowing like which like apartment number or like house number or whatever, building number, you know what I mean? Metro Pass. Once again, does that number coincide with like an actual individual? You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure you could like see what these numbers are registered to, you know what I mean? Is there anything in the closet? So it looks like maybe they tried to like, oh, there's a safe. Hello, is there a... Turn on the ceiling light, for crying out loud. It's so dark, but I can't switch the light on. Why not? Why is just the lamp on? It's so dark. Okay, so we have a wad of 20s. Unsure how much that is, but it's a wad of 20s. Ooh, ammunition. Oh, okay, so the person who was in the room got into their safe to get their gun. State of New York certification of vital record. Greta Peterson, female, single, date of birth 96. That's the teenager, right? Name of father, Clyde Peterson. Okay, so we know the name of the father. The name of the mother, Bretta Sherman. So this is the birth certificate, right? Right? Vital record. Yeah, live birth. So this is Greta's birth certificate. Interesting that Greta's birth certificate is in here. Where's the baby's birth certificate? Is that in here too? Like, did they actually take someone else's baby from the hospital and someone came by to like get the other one? Never mind, here it is. Just kidding. I'm speculating. Sarah Peterson. Obviously, Clyde and Brenda being the parents. 2003. What year did I say it was? What year did I say it was? – 2004. Yeah, that's what I thought. So it's almost Sarah's first birthday. See, I know what I'm talking about. I know babies and shit. Okay, so Sarah's birth certificate, Greta's birth certificate. I don't see any difference between these. So birth certificates, ammo. Oh, what's this? Yep, the gun manual. So yeah, the I'm presuming it's the father came in here and got the gun out, but like if your gun's right there and the guy's right there, it's like he's coming in through the window, you're down here trying to get your gun, like unless like he wasn't in the bedroom and he came in here to get the gun while he went into the kids' room. You know what I mean? Clue found. Did I find everything in the bedroom? I didn't. There's a lot of clues in here. Or is it? No, that's study room. I have like 4 more clues. Oh, here's the other. There we go. So he must have been in the living room. He had the monitor in the baby room. Probably heard the commotion going on. Went in there, got his gun. What if Dad killed the guy that broke in? Baby's not... Obviously the baby's not in there. There's a dollhouse. Still have 3 more. We found that. This would be a lot easier if I could turn the freaking light on, bruh. Didn't see anything else in here. Check the safe one more time. We saw the money. We saw the 2 birth certificates. We saw the ammo. We saw the gun manual. We saw how they broke in. We saw the wallet. I don't see anything else on the floor, and I don't feel like I see anything outside. Can we ever do an investigation during the day? Have you ever thought about that? Ever thought about, like, just coming during the freaking day when the light's coming through the window? We saw the monitor. There doesn't appear to be anything in the crib. How are there more things in here? I see nothing else in here. Was there anything else left in his wallet? We looked at the paper. Oh, hold on, that thing. There we go. Groceries. Willow Groceries. Cashier Ryan G. How about you go interview the cashier? And be like, hey, what'd this dude look like? Alright, so he bought cigarettes, a 6-pack, and that's it. $3.99 for cigarettes? Is that cheap? I feel like that's cheap. What do I know that I don't smoke? 7/16/24. So he bought that the day of, that morning. Is that important? Probably not. That doesn't seem important. Yeah, why don't you go to the grocery store and freaking interview the cashier and also probably get their security cameras. They probably have security cameras. Did they have security cameras back in 06? Probably. Oh, there's something. Okay. Greta's work. Okay, is this just like showing us that she's a teenager? Because I already figured that out. So she's like smart and stuff. A plus. Yeah, I think that's the only thing that that's supposed to be. Like, if you haven't figured it out by now, Greta is older. She's not the baby. You're like, yeah, I figured that out. Figured that out a long time ago. Wait, was that not considered part of the... Why is this the only thing that you can read, Miss Willard? Yeah, that's not considered evidence. Or like one of the, like the clues. So that didn't count. There's still 2 more things. Okay, let's look in the safe one more time. I don't know, maybe I missed something? Yeah, we got you. We got you. Yep. Yep. That, I guess, doesn't count. That's nothing that we need to look at. Yep. Yeah, I don't know what these 2 other things are that are in here. Or supposedly in here. How is this not part of the clues? That's definitely a clue. It's a clue on how they got in. Not only gonna help us find the person, but... Brochure. Yeah, 11:35. Why am I here at 11:35 at night? Can you explain that to me? Okay, I'm gonna give up on this. Oh, there we go. There's something. Diary. The 17th. So this is the day. Is it the day? Hold on. No. What day? Hold on. What day did I say it was? Was it June or July? July. It's July 16th was when it happened. I did really well on my spelling test. I studied really hard. I still have 2 more tests to go. But I wanted to show mommy and daddy. Maybe they will become happy if they see how smart I am. Oh no, were mommy and daddy fighting? But mommy was angry and daddy wasn't coming home anymore. Uh-oh. Mommy was angry and daddy wasn't- and said daddy wasn't coming home anymore. Did daddy get a timeout? Oh, that's so sad. The 20th. I miss daddy sometimes. So daddy wasn't here. I smell his favorite, I sometimes smell his favorite bottle just to remind myself what he used to smell like. Mommy got so upset when she saw the bottle, she made me throw away. So daddy was an alcoholic, daddy ran off. I think dad broke in because we have a receipt for cigarettes and alcohol. I think he broke in. I think he was gonna kidnap his kids because she kicked him out. Which means mom was out. Someone was home with the baby. Was it the teacher? Because we see that homework with the teacher's name. June 25th. Mommy's so busy. I don't like having babysitters. So the babysitter was home with them. If only daddy and mommy could make up, but it's too late. Mommy and daddy are liars. They told me I always need to make up with my friends when we fight. They told me to forgive Sarah whenever she takes and breaks my stuff, but they don't make up. Even though they aren't together anymore, I still hear them fighting over the phone sometimes. Mommy says she's going to keep daddy away from us. Daddy says that he's going to rescue us from mommy. Why can't they just stay together? So... what was his name again? Clyde Peterson. Who broke into the apartment? Dad broke into the apartment. That's my final answer. If that's wrong, the game is lying. Let me... Hold on, I need to freaking block someone real quick. Stop coming into my chat and putting crap in my freaking chat. I'm gonna block you. That's why I block certain words. Okay. Bye. So, that's my final answer. If this isn't right, the game is rigged. Who was present during the break-in? I think it was probably Sarah and the babysitter. We don't know the babysitter's name. What was Sarah's name again? Sarah Peterson. So she had daddy's name. I think it is Sarah Peterson. We don't know the babysitter's name. I'm just gonna put babysitter for right now and see if we can figure out what the babysitter's name was. Who was killed? Who was the killer? So now I'm under the impression if Dad broke in, Dad knows the combination lock, the code to the safe. So I think this is Dad's wallet. Dad, oh, hold on, why is it crossing off? Maybe she moved houses or apartments to like get away from him. You know what I mean? But like, we're gonna move so that he doesn't know where we live, and he was like crossing them off to see like where they moved to, maybe. But I think he got drunk because he has a 6-pack. I think he got drunk and then broke in. So we need to figure out the babysitter. So I think even if they did move, he very well still could have known the code to the safe. He probably came in, got the code for the safe, got the gun, walked over here, and potentially shot the babysitter. Unless, like, Mom told the babysitter what the code was. Now, I'm still missing something from the bedroom that, if that was that important, I feel like whatever else I'm missing is also probably pretty important. I'm hoping it's not important, though. You know, I'm wondering if, like, Miss Willard, like, when you go to read, the only thing that says is the name of the teacher and the name of the student, and I'm wondering if, like, she hired the teacher to be the babysitter, you know what I mean? But I don't know, I feel like that would be a little bit of an overstep on the teacher's part to, like, come over to, like, a parent's house to babysit. Let's move on. Let's see if we can figure it out without that last clue. I can't find it. Give me 1 second real quick. Okay. So we are in the study room. Wait, how is the muddy footprints general and not... I mean, I guess because they span, like, more than just that room. I don't know. So we obviously have the body outline. So I think Dad broke in, took the gun, and the babysitter was standing here. Hence why, like, the footprints come up to the outline, shot the babysitter, and then they fell because they were standing here. You know what I mean? Obviously shot in the head, it looks like. So there's some papers and some band-aids. Lovely. I don't think band-aids are gonna help though. Did they try? Did they try the band-aids? Oh, hello. That's the shell. Yeah, the bullet. I don't think I should be touching this with my hands. Do I have gloves on? Is there one over here? Because there looks like there was blood on their hip. So did they get shot twice? Like once in the hip and then once in the head? There we go, right there. There's the other one. I don't know enough about guns, to be quite honest. I don't believe we should own guns. If stuff like this happens. Oh, the blood's right there. So did they maybe get shot in the hip? And then maybe they, like, leaned against the wall or, like, hit the wall with their, like, bloody hip, you know what I mean? But it doesn't look like I can look at any of those papers. This room is actually the brightest room in the freaking house. So there's some boxes, so maybe it looks like they're still unpacking a little bit, maybe? We'll look at that in a second, see if there's anything on the surface of this. No, not really. Oh, yep, there we go. Restraining order against the dad. So Brenda Peterson, the mom, your lawyer in the case, Stanley, file name Bradley, a firm name, Bradley and Colt, that's the law firm. Address of the law firm, phone number. So that's filed in February. So she's had a restraining order against him for a while, against Clyde Peterson. Yep, that's just like I thought. His information. Additional persons protected. Greta Peterson. Interesting. Why is their older daughter on there, but not their younger daughter? Why is Sarah not on there? That's interesting. Why is that? This order expires on the date and time of okay, so the following year. We haven't reached that date yet. Yeah, age 7. Okay, so she's barely a teenager, not even a teenager yet. I find that weird. Why is Sarah not on there? That makes me feel weird. Like, do you not do restraining orders with like your like infant kid? Ooh, this is old school. Old school. Still don't have information about the babysitter yet, but if we don't find anything, I'm gonna be under the assumption that it might be the teacher, because that's the only thing I can think of, because it said I'll be home at 8, so the mom wasn't home. Can't look at any of those papers. I know we see jewelry on the floor right here, but I don't know why he would steal jewelry. Wish the camera was a little bit more smooth and not as jerky, you know what I mean? Enter desired phone number. Can I call somebody? Can I call... Here we go, call log. Yesterday. Well, can I, let me get, I have a document out. I'm just gonna put these numbers down. I'm just gonna write these numbers down. 212-555 0129 646-706 7634. Oh, I wrote that down wrong. 7634. 212-888. I mean, maybe some of these will be important. 2853. 2853. 212-419 4182. And the one that happened yesterday was 212. Was this dad's number? 679 2013. Nothing I can get from there? I think so. And so let's just look real quick. Let's see. One of these is probably going to be the lawyer, I'm going to assume. Maybe not. That's a totally different number. So not a lawyer. Fax. I mean, you wouldn't put a fax in the phone number. Case number. So nothing on here. Don't see anything. Didn't I see... Are there phone numbers elsewhere? Probably on, like, this form. Let's see. her phone, a parent phone number, 6426. 6426, that's not one of them. So she didn't call her mom. Did she call her aunt? 0129, 0129. So she called her aunt. 212-555-0129. So she called her aunt. That's one of the numbers. Home phone number. I mean, she wouldn't call her home phone number. That's dumb. That is her home phone number, you know what I mean? Oh, wait, parent, hold on. Home phone number, Greta, oh, so that's Greta's, oh, duh, okay, so that's a kid. I was for some reason thinking we're talking about Greta's mom, so like grandma. They have the same phone number, obviously, because they live in the same house. Why is her aunt the emergency contact and not like her parent? Are her parents dead or something? Or does she not talk to her parents? She called her aunt at some point. I don't think there's nothing on the calendar. Oh, so that's what that was. She sold her wedding ring. She sold her wedding ring. 3418. So she didn't call them or anything. So she sold her wedding ring. Is there anything in here? Nope, not really. There's nothing in here with phone numbers. Is there anything? Probably not as far as phone numbers go in her little diary. Homework wouldn't have phone numbers on it. That wouldn't make any sense to have phone numbers on there. Oh, they don't. No, it wouldn't. I was thinking, like, I'm trying to find a way to find out the dad's phone number. Hold on, let me get my phone out real quick. Did they call, like, how would they call that? So that would be NYPL is 6. Already, that's a no. I don't know why you would call that. Metro Pass. 8439. No phone numbers on there. Trying to figure out if any of those numbers that were called was like the dad. You would think that on information about the dad that she have a restraining order on, that it would have like his phone number or like something like that, but there's nothing like that. That's gotta be important, right? We'll look at the computer in a second. Oh, so they were on the computer, it looks like. And like, cause like the chair was knocked over. Oh, here we go, contacts. So we have... Plumber wasn't contacted. James and Gunther, 1994, they weren't contacted. 1405, that's a no. 2853. So that's Lillian, whoever that is. So 2853. That is Lillian Choi. We need to figure out who she is. Maybe she's the babysitter. And then 2013, that's the other one. So they were called that day. Yeah. Harold Jenkins, whoever they are. Nope. So we have 7634, which is none of them. 4182. So we have, she called her aunt, she called Lillian Choi, and Harold Jenkins is what we have so far. Harold Jenkins was the most recent call. Okay, so they were on the thing writing down like what they did. 5 a.m. wake up, went to the bathroom, nap, milk, bathroom, nap, milk, sleep. 1:04 a.m. woke up, went back to sleep 10 minutes later. Oh, excuse me. So I wonder if that was like in the middle of the night when they broke in. Maybe they broke in shortly after that. Reminder, buy more formula, buy more diapers, make appointments with Doc for Sarah's vaccinations, buy Greta more paint, sign Greta's form, buy new Tupperware. Okay, handy dandy. So that's why I don't like just like sound monitors. I like the ones that have the sound in the camera because like, yeah, they're crying, but like I want to see what's going on, you know what I mean? So I wonder if they were crying and they didn't pay attention to hold on, does that say 911? Like they're trying to call 911 and they're interrupted? So yeah, so they called, oh, it doesn't say a time, it just says yesterday. I just said yesterday. Well, it says yesterday, no time, but then they sort of say time but no date. That's not in the least bit helpful, like at all. Nope, go back, I didn't mean to do that. Go back. Okay, computer time. Email. Alto Home Care. Schedule change 7104. Hi Brenda, unfortunately your schedule changed slightly with the care center being understaffed at the moment. We'll have to ask you to come on Wednesday and Thursday. The hours will still remain your standard hours. Hold on. Home care. Your schedule changed slightly. So is she like a nursing home nurse, like nurse or something like that? Care center being well, if it was understaffed, why would she have her hours cut? With your schedule slightly changed, with your care center being understaffed, we'll ask you to come in on Wednesday and Thursday. The hours will still remain your standard hours, 1 to 7. New York MB support? I'm not sure what that is. Hello, Miss Peterson. We've received your request to change your address and name. So yeah, she moved. That's what I thought. So Daddy found out that they moved and was marking off which one do they live at. We'll process the change to your address. The updated address will show your new bank statement. However, in order to properly have your name changed, we will have to ask you to stop by a local branch with legal government-issued ID. Apologies for the inconvenience. So with the name change though, like, it doesn't look like she ever changed her name to his last name. Because it said Sherman, unless they weren't married when they, gave birth to their kids, but I don't know. Hi, Miss Peterson. Unfortunately, I won't be able to help you with, this month, so July schedule. Won't be able to help you this month as I'll be out for most of July. However, I do have a friend, here we go, a friend who I think will be perfect for the job. She has a good track record and can personally vouch for her. There we go. So this is the babysitter. This is the usual babysitter, Stacy. Stacy can babysit. She has a good track record. I can personally vouch for her. Her number is 2853. So that's Lillian. That's the babysitter. Babysitter. Sorry for the inconvenience. Hey, you did all you could. There's nothing more you could have done. Personally, I'm glad it's over. I don't care if he stays in jail or not. He can rot in there for all I care. I feel like you need time to heal and move on. If you need to call and help you with the kids, reach out. So Lori is the aunt, I believe. Like I said, when it comes to... Oops, hello. To the call log, they called, the babysitter at this point, but then they called Harold. I don't know who Harold is. It's not the lawyer, is it? What was the lawyer's name again? Stanley Colt. I don't know who Harold is. Okay, so let's just go out on a limb. Clyde, the husband, ex-husband, broke into the house. Lillian Choi is the babysitter. She was home babysitting Sarah Peterson, who was killed. I'm gonna say the babysitter was killed. And I'm gonna go on a limb and say Clyde Peterson, the husband, or the ex-husband, was the killer. Final answer. I feel confident about this one. If it's wrong, the game's a big fat liar. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? You're a liar because all the evidence points into that direction. The evidence points into that. Okay, well, hold on. Let's do that again. Because if it wasn't Lillian, maybe it was the aunt. Maybe the aunt was there. You know what I mean? Maybe Lillian couldn't do it because the aunt did say... The aunt did say... Come and, or ask me if you need help. So Clyde Peterson, I'm gonna say... Instead of Lillian, I'm gonna say the aunt was here. So, Lori Sherman. The killer, that was wrong, which is interesting. So, let's put... Maybe Clyde was killed? I don't feel like that makes sense. Clyde Peterson, the killer being Lori Peterson. Let's see if Lori was even present. So Clyde was killed, but apparently Lori wasn't there. Okay, let's try again.
Which case file would you like to tackle?
This is what I'm kind of talking about. Like, I think the concept of the game is really cool and fun and interesting, but I feel like not all the evidence, like there is a level of like speculation, which like I guess that tracks considering that police like to make up shit and plant evidence and whatnot. So like that kind of tracks. Okay, so we know Lori wasn't here. The baby was here 100%. Clyde wasn't here. Or sorry, Lori wasn't here and Lillian wasn't here. So I'm gonna go out on a limb. Even though we have no evidence that even mentions Harold Jenkins, besides he was the last person that was called. Harold Jenkins. And then if this isn't right, I'm just gonna... I did not mean to type that. Then I'm gonna guess, the mom. Even though... I said she would be back at 8. Should we just go with the mom? Should we go with the mom instead? 'Cause she said she'd be back at 8. So maybe it was the mom. So mom, Brenda Sherman. Let's do the mom first, actually. Brenda Sherman. Brenda Sherman. Let's say it was the mom. Hopefully it recognizes her name change. Interesting. So Brenda killed the husband, but Brenda and Peterson weren't present. Huh, was the baby not there? Was the baby not there? Or did I get the name wrong? again, we know the teenager, not the teenager, she's not a teenager, the 8-year-old, 9-year-old, whatever it was. We know she's at summer camp. We know she's at summer camp. Because of the calendar. She's still at summer camp at this time. And we know that Sarah's the younger one. Yeah, Sarah, born in 2003. 1996. So, Sarah Peterson, did she change her name? Did she change her name to Sarah Sherman? Because this was wrong. If who was present during the break-in? I mean, you're not gonna say Clyde was present during the break-in, would you? Like, because he broke into the apartment, right? I know Greta wasn't at home. Brenda and Sarah were at home. They've got to be at home. Unless there's... How many people can you put on there? 3. I wonder if in that tutorial one, when you could do a max of 4 for that one, if that means that... Oh, hold on. No, never mind. I can do a max of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that just like how much you can put on there? Obviously Brenda, I feel like Sarah's gotta be there. Was there a third person at home? Was there a third person? Unless the babysitter was still here. But it says, I'll be home at 8. Do we know what time it happened? Oh, hold on. So there was a number. They did look like they were trying to dial 911 on the phone. Like 11? Oh, hold on, I didn't mean to do that. Still don't know what this number is and this number. So this is the day before. Maybe Lori was there. Let's put Lori Sherman as the third person. Lori Sherman. Let's say that all 3 of them are there. Like maybe she had just like gotten home or something and she was still hanging out. I don't know. So that's still wrong. That's still wrong. Does it still count that a grade of A is needed to pass? Well, what did I get on it? 3 out of 4. Do I need to like get all of them correct?
Loading scenario. Loading complete. Good luck.
Yeah, neighbor reported gunshots. Dial 911. Like the baby had to have been there, right? Like do we want to guess that it was just Brenda? But I feel like the baby's got to be home because where else would the baby be unless like... No, that's still wrong.
Which case file would you like to tackle?
Like unless she brought the baby to her aunt's house to babysit, but like I don't feel like that would make sense. Is it gonna be like I need to put that Clyde was there? Because that's kind of dumb. Like, of course he was there. He broke in. Let's put Sarah back. We are like, I hope it's not going to try to say that Greta was home when we know for a fact that she's at summer camp. Like, cause that's gonna really piss me off. It's like, you forgot Greta, and it's like, you forgot that she was at summer camp. What do you mean? Hopefully, hold on. Hopefully, let me go team. Yeah. I still haven't seen 4 hints or clues in here. Can't imagine what else I'm possibly missing. I can't look at that file. The phone. Oh, there we go. There's another one. So she was sitting at the desk. And there was a gunshot. Maybe she shot from the desk. But then why'd he... I feel like the chalk outlines don't mean anything. Because if she was here at the desk and he came through the door, why did he fall this way? You know what I mean? I feel like the chalk outline doesn't make any sense in my opinion. We found that other casing, but that didn't count as one of the things right there. Unless there was the babysitter there instead of Lori being there, maybe it was the other babysitter. We could put that one. It was mom, the baby, and the babysitter. I don't know why she would still be there though. So if she has a babysitter, then I think that's her job. Saying that they're gonna cut her hours or something. So let's put, what did I say the babysitter's name was? Lillian Choi, right? Let's put that. Let's put Lillian. Say if she was still there. If she was babysitting that night. Lillian Choi. Let's see if those 3 people were there. That's still wrong.
Which case file would you like to tackle? Loading scenario. Loading complete. Good luck.
It would help if they were like, tell me how many people were there. Because was it 1? Was it 2? Was it 3? Was it 4? Was it 5? Because I can do a max of 5. I still didn't find one clue in the bedroom, and I looked freaking everywhere, I swear. Watch, like, these clues that I'm missing are, like, really important. Or I'm gonna spend, like, forever looking for them, and they're not important whatsoever. What I want to know is, where does Greta sleep? Does Greta sleep in the bed with mom? Or is this Greta's bed and does mom sleep on the couch? Oh wait, hold on, there's another bedroom right there, duh. We can't go in there though. It doesn't let us. So maybe that's Greta's room. But then why is Greta's diary in here? I don't know what possibly could be in here that I haven't already seen. Go back to the study. So I'm missing more things in there. I already saw that. Random crumpled up paper we can't look at. Lovely, lovely. Boxes we can't look at, drawers we can't open. Why does it look like there's like a, is that like a makeup bag or a jewelry box or something? Can't look at, why are there so many papers on the floor? That's what I want to know. So many papers on the floor. Like seriously, where are these clues? Are the clues in the room with us? Because I'm starting to think they're actually not. I wish I could like crouch down and get closer to the floor, you know what I mean? Oh, here I can kind of zoom in a little bit. Okay, are we seeing anything? Why do you have two calculators? There's one over there and one over there. What's up with that? That's kind of weird. That's suspicious in my opinion. There's gotta be something. Can I call somebody? Hello? I don't know what else we're supposed to get from this room. I feel like y'all lying that there's 9 clues in here. Just like how you're lying that there's 12 clues in the other room. You'd just be lying. You know what I mean? You already found that. I'm gonna do it. Okay, let's look. We're gonna say, instead of Lillian, we're gonna say Greta. Is her name Greta Peterson? If it says that that's correct, the game's fucking dumb. Cause she's at camp. Unless, hold on, is it that's a good question. Is it a sleep-in camp? Or is it a, you come home at the end of every day camp? Because I've been under the assumption that it is a summer camp where you just, like, sleep there. Come from all over the state. You can't really see anything. There was a permission slip. Did the permission slip say anything about that? Let's put, let's do that. Yeah, Greta Sherman. So hold on, that said Greta Sherman. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Can I click on that, please? Yeah, Greta Sherman. Did she change her kids' names? That's Greta Peterson. Which one is it going to say? Which one is it going to be? Peterson or Sherman? Peterson. Yeah, Clyde is the dad of both of them. Clyde. Okay, hold on. Let's put Sherman as their names. Let's do Sherman. I don't know. There's no evidence that she changed her kid's last names. She changed her name, back to her maiden name. But but on the birth certificate it said mom is. Oh wait, on birth certificates they put the maiden name. They put the maiden name on birth certificates. I just remembered that.
Loading complete. Good luck.
So that was incorrect. We're gonna do 2 more tries before I just give up. Because we're getting close to- we're like getting at like the end of stream time. Let's do- we're gonna say Greta and Sherman Peterson. Peterson? Can I just put their first name? Greta? Oops. Sarah Brenda. So like maybe the last name wouldn't matter. I don't know if like the change of the last name, if they changed it or not, would matter.
Loading scenario.
I would hope not.
Complete. Good luck.
Yeah, because I don't know if it's a sleep-in camp. And I'm not finding information to say if it is a sleep-in camp. It just when the camp is. It says Greta Sherman. And this is currently going on, so that kind of leads you to believe that they didn't change Greta's last name. There's nothing that says if they'll be sleeping over. And the pamphlet doesn't say it either. But it just says a summer camp for students all across New York. So like, is it sleeping camp? I never went to summer camp, so I don't know. I just always kind of assume they're sleep-in camps, you know what I mean? I just don't know why it says on the birth certificate Greta Peterson. Oh, hold on. Just kidding. So she did change her kids' names. She did change them. Yeah, she did change them. Does the last name matter? I don't know how accurate it needs to be. Unless there was a 5th person. Or a 4th. Still find it weird that she didn't put Sarah on the restraining order. That's still kind of weird to me. I also find it weird that it's saying I'm missing clues. Can you give me a clue about the clue? Where are the other ones? I feel like you'd be lying. Just schedule change, request name change on the bank statement. That's for Lillian. Like, we could put, like, what if the babysitter was there or the aunt was there with both of the kids? We could try that. Or do we want to say maybe, like, this Herman guy, was his, like, her new boyfriend or something? Or Harold. Harold, because she called Harold. Nothing to suggest though that she met someone new. Because it's not giving me anything. Like, obviously this can't be important because I can't pick any of it up to look at it. So it can't be important, right? Right? Surely they wouldn't do that, right? Or would they? I'm telling you, there's nothing else in here. There's nothing else in here. There's nothing else in here. Nothing I can look at. Like, nothing. I can't pick that paper up. Like, I for some reason thought that whenever it came to the difficulty setting, that it would make it easy, but it actually doesn't. It just kind of tells me what I'm missing, and even then, I feel like they're lying. You know what I mean? Did I enter it with their last names? Like, are the last names gonna be important? Like, can I, like, do a test to see, like, okay, we know the killer is Brenda.
Which case file would you like to type?
Can I, like, change her last name and see if that,
Loading complete.
if that affects things? Let's do a test. I want to do a test because I don't know if last names are going to matter. So let's go here. We're going to do... We know she changed her name to Sherman, back to her maiden name. Let's see if we put Brenda Peterson, if it's going to consider it right or incorrect. Because then we'll see, like, is it going to count it wrong for name change? Okay, they're not. It's the same person. So they're not counting name change, which is, I think, good in my opinion. That's good.
Loading scenario.
That they recognize that, like, you don't need to include the name change. Okay, we're just gonna do trial and error now because I feel like they're lying about the hints, and I feel like they are lying about... But they're lying about a lot of things. Okay, so we're gonna put Peterson, even though... Or not Peterson, Sherman. I know it doesn't matter. So I put Brenda and Sarah, that was wrong. I put Brenda, Sarah, and Greta, that was wrong. Let's just put, like, Greta and Brenda and see if maybe the baby wasn't there. No. We're just gonna do trial and error, baby.
Loading scenario.
Gonna plow through it with force, just plow it. Plow it. Plow through. So we can finish this and call the stream there, because I'm getting fed up. So I'm still adamant, let's just put Sarah back in there. Let's put Sarah back in there. Did we try Lillian? Lillian Choi as the babysitter? If oh, nope, submit. Oops, I'm sorry. I kicked the thing. I'm still centered. Okay. So that was wrong. Now let's try with Greta and Lillian there. Let's try with Greta and Lillian there.
Loading complete. Good luck.
And then if... Hold on, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. Gotta plow through. We're gonna put with... Greta, Lillian, both the kids, the mom, and the babysitter. We're gonna submit that. If that's incorrect, we're gonna put the aunt. Gonna see if the aunt was there. If there's 5 people, we're screwed. If there's 5 people there, we're screwed. 'Cause then we have to figure out who that 5th person is. We can't even figure out if the kids were there. We know mom was there, obviously. I swear to God, if it's gonna say like you need to put that the dad was there, I'm like, obviously he fucking is the one that broke in. He's the one that broke in. So like, what do you mean he was present? He wouldn't have been present if he didn't break in. You know what I mean? Lori Sherman was the aunt, right? Because we don't know who the babysitter was. Is it the aunt? Oh, hello. Hello. We don't know if the babysitter was the aunt or the girl that the person recommended. Lori Sherman. Let's see if it was the aunt. So Lillian wasn't there, I don't think. Lori Sherman. I wish like if it was multiple parts, you know what I mean, like this? I wish it would tell me which ones are incorrect. But it doesn't tell you that. It just tells you the entire thing is incorrect. That's incorrect. So now we're gonna say Greta wasn't there. Greta's at camp. Because again, we don't have evidence if she was sleeping at the sleepover camp or if she came home. Actually, how far away is the camp? Does it have an address? Well, we don't have like a map or anything, so like I don't. If I had an address for the camp, I don't know how far away that would be. Is there someone tell me, is there a summer camp in the city of New York? Or do you have to like go out into the countryside? Well, it's in a wooded area. That feels like that's gonna be a little ways out. Let's put Greta wasn't there. Sarah, the aunt, the mom was there. That's incorrect. That's incorrect. Well then, who else is it? Who else is it? I feel like they're lying. And I still don't know who this Harold is. Who is Harold? Is that her new boyfriend? Because we don't have evidence of a new boyfriend. I was putting that out there. Brenda, sure. Oh, yeah, Brenda. Mom sold the ring. I was making sure that wasn't like someone who bought another ring, because that wouldn't make sense. We're gonna have to like analyze handwriting. Because that handwriting looks different than this handwriting, I think. Actually, are they different? I don't know. I'm not doing handwriting analysis. Go to my notes window again. Oh, hello. Yeah, I don't know who Harold Jenkins is. Can we put that Harold was there? Instead of Lori, put... Maybe he was like on a date. They're on a date or something. I don't know. Harold Jenkins. Was he there? If they say that he's there, I'm gonna call bullshit. Yeah, no, that's not correct. Are we gonna call this one? Are we gonna take the L? Grade A is needed to pass exams. So, hold on, is it an average of all of these? Because so far I don't have a grade. Or do you not actually pass until you get everything correct? Am I gonna have to look this up? Are we gonna cheat? I'm okay with cheating, you know what? I'm perfectly okay with cheating. You know what I mean? I'm perfectly okay with that. Let's look it up. We're gonna look it up, I'm sorry. Well, this is... What is it? Is it 401? We're gonna look it up. We're gonna look it up. Spoilers. Brenda was dining in the living room with the baby monitor. The planter had fallen on the floor before the safe was opened. So hold on, that implies there's someone in here. Because I do know yeah, you can see like they're eating, there's like some food, there's a baby monitor. And that implies that someone was in here, unless he came in here and was rifling through things. And that's why it's a mess, and that's why he was standing here. She maybe went in this room, grabbed the gun, was standing here, and shot him. You know what I mean? So he could have very well have been looking through things. But what would he be looking at / for? Because I thought he was gonna kidnap the baby. Brenda took the gun out of the safe after Clyde moved to the office room. In this case, the relative positions of the two in the office room would be Clyde at the back of the room and Brenda near the entrance. Do we want to see if the baby was... Did I already do that the baby wasn't there? I'm pretty sure I already did that, didn't I? Brenda was in the living room, noticed him arrive, but was not quick enough to get into the room when he was there. He picked up Sarah at this time, walked into the office, and from his last footprints hidden by the paper, turned a sharp left into the office. He would no longer have seen the kids' room. Brenda went into the kids' room and got her gun. There was no reason the gun and ammo would have been kept separately. If Brenda was going to move one to store elsewhere, she would have... Okay, whatever. This is just someone, like, commenting about what their analysis of it is. Which I figured that. I didn't really think that he was in the office. I, for some reason, forgot that there was food at the dining... or the coffee table. She pushed her way into... What? So far it's only since the three of them. Flag collapsed to the ground. Blah blah blah. I mean, this is all I kind of figured, but who's the third person? Who was at the house? Are we gonna... Hold on, let's do that. Let's put Clyde Peterson and see if it's fucking around with me. Because if that's the answer, that's gonna majorly piss me off. Are you serious? I've been saying that, like, of course he was there. He broke in. I'm sorry, I don't agree with that. Who was present? My analysis of the question is who was present inside the house during the break-in. I disagree with that. I disagree that he was present during the break-in. He was present during the break-in because he's the one that fucking broke... Okay. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that answer. I'm sorry. I'm getting angry now. I'm getting angry because that question... the answer to that question makes no sense. That makes no sense to me. But we got it. We got it. And I feel validated in the fact that there was no, like, evidence that there was another, like, person there besides the mom and the baby. So I think I was right from the very beginning. They were wrong saying that he was present during the break-in because he's the one that freaking broke in. He wasn't supposed to be present there. We had a restraining order against him. Okay, well, anyway. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for watching this video during all the frustration. If you like this kind of content, if you like this game, give me a like, give me a comment. If you're watching on the Twitch, I have a YouTube. Come to my YouTube and look at my VODs. Look at them. Check them out. And if you're on YouTube, go into the link if you want to hang out with me live on Twitch. And come hang out and talk and help me solve cases that are frustrating. Oh, there's my alarm telling me to end stream. So we're going to end it there. And we will be back tomorrow for another video and another live stream. Bye.